The spring sports hit full gear, and we round the track and the bases today on Panther Sports Talk. We get in the block with track and field head coach Dave Paulsen and talk about the Panthers' run to defend their outdoor conference title and the new faces you'll see this season. We look at the most outstanding track athlete at this year's MVC Indoor Championships, Connor Ham. Go inside the circle with senior pitcher Brooke Craig, and we look at a major fundraising event for UNI Athletics that's just 1 week away.